Hey Libras, how are you doing? This is a collective reading for you, okay? My darling Libras, I see you evolving. I see you really pushing forward. This is just going to be a short reading today, a short message to let you know that I see you, the divine see you. You are really doing the damn thing. You could be reeling, like absolutely livid after the last few nights, the last few days. There's been a crusade, a campaign, a get rich scream, a get rich scene, a get rich scheme. Scheme, scream, scene. Scream, scene, scream. Interesting choice of words, and I had to get them all out. So I'm collecting, connecting, and collecting a lot of different energies, a lot of different souls. I want to say Libra's collecting a lot of souls. You've been patiently collecting souls? What the hell do you do, Libra? It's giving me a soul collector. Listen to this, it's really weird. They're giving me a vision in the mind already. I am the Hermitologist, Clairvoyant, Intuitive Reader. I have pulled you a Celtic spread using the Rider-Waite Tarot, but I am also going to give you intuitive clairvoyant messages as I go. The main card coming out is the Tower, followed by the Strength. Listen to this vision they're giving me though. I'm connecting with a leprechaun who is picking up gold coin after gold coin. But those gold coins are not any old gold coins. They're human souls. It's really insane because I'm torn. Part of me says you're saving these people. Part of me says you're a healer. This could be a sealed case. This is really secretive. This is like witness protection. This is like agents of chaos. This is like boss of the game. You could be into game theory, Matrix, Neo, Demon Slayers, zombie wars, like different kind of games that get you really active in pursuit of oneness, in pursuit of mission. I'm connecting with someone who is taking me deep into sci-fi and gaming right now, who is really coming to terms with how powerful they are at harvesting souls and collecting souls. I am being told, clear as day, that the Libra on the line collects souls and harvests them. Normally I would say this is dark and sick and sinister and what the hell am I saying? This is confusing. But it's not giving me that. It's giving me you are the lucky leprechaun. There's something so powerful about you. You're really small, yeah? You could even be a dwarf or a small person, whatever term you prefer. But it is giving me how lucky Snow White was because she was surrounded by the 7 dwarfs. It gives me somebody who is potentially seen as really small, really insignificant. You could be like a personal assistant, a TA, a assistant nurse, an intern, a advisory professional, like you're an advisor and you're always on the advisory panel or the advisory team, but you're not directly the leader, the doctor, the CEO, the corporate head of you're not the head of the snake. Because you're not the head of the snake, stay with me, this is the weirdest reading yet. Because you are not the head of the snake, you don't have to deal with all of the hissing that comes back at you. You're not seen as the villainous one. But the truth of the matter is, you are potentially the most powerful one in the room because you feed the snake. Yeah? So that's harsh. Whoever's in charge of you, they're the boss, they're the lead. This could be institution, this could be government. This hasn't got to be a person, it's an energy. There's an energy above you, but you dominate the energy above you. Yeah? And you feed the energy above you. The reason you're so amazing at what you do is because you feed the energy above you with the right moleculars, the right vibration, the right frequency, yeah? When I'm talking about moleculars, which I probably shouldn't talk about on a standard tarot reading, hence the low views, learn what I do for a living at hermitology.me. But when I refer to moleculars, I'm talking about the nooks and cranny, the little pieces that most people neglect and ignore. You are incredibly smart and incredibly wise. I'm now getting the vision in my head of the TV show The Challenge. And when they're doing the big finale challenges where the winner's going to win like 100k, 500k, and there's a massive prize at the end, they have to go on like a 3-day challenge, excursion, a hike, a bike ride, a swim through the lake. They have to travel miles and conquer the biggest obstacles you could ever imagine. And during some of those challenges, there comes a puzzle portion of the challenge where they have to pull up with the rest of the team or their partner, whoever's working with them, and they have to complete this puzzle. Some of my favourite episodes are the ones where they have to stop being the physical sportsman and they have to logically, after running miles, starving, haven't drank, energy's low, they've been brutalised for the last 48 hours. Now they've got to complete this really logical puzzle. Massive foam pieces that they've got to put together, giant size puzzles, 3D puzzles, sculpture puzzles, it's number puzzles. It's fucking torturous, yeah. It's giving me a little bit of blockchain, a little bit of encryption, a little bit of coding, a little bit of vibe coding, a little bit of qubit, quantum mechanics, all of that good stuff. All of that good stuff, right? Words, letters, numbers, tests, exams, intense. That's what it's giving me. I see with the Tower card and the Strength card, you have had to be tested and challenged. You've had to learn to stay strong and resilient through this. You could have been in psychosis. You could have been deeply depressed. You could have had mental health issues. You could have been suicidal. You could have come out as non-binary, gay, queer, lesbian, bisexual, whatever it is. You came out in one way or another, came out as a light worker, came out as a star. Wow. You could have just came out as a star. I just saw that Lola Young won a Grammy. That really melted my heart, because not that long ago, she collapsed on stage and she was having legal copyright issues with somebody who was claiming to have written one of her top songs. And now she just won a Grammy. She's so down to earth, so like low-key chill. I'm connecting with someone giving me Lola Young energy. Really, really gorgeous spirit, really authentic, really been working on her own shit solo, just doing her for such a long time. And now she's really being recognised for it. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And that's what I kind of see with you, is you've been through something. Like, it's given me the moment she collapsed on stage. So you had a collapse in your life, yeah? You could have lost a family member, a loved one. Something happened. Definitely affected your money, your mental health, your emotional well-being. And you've had to really go back and forth about whether or not you take this risk moving forward. Should I risk it? Should I risk it? Should I risk it? I've already been through so much. I don't want to go through anything else. In the past, you flew into this opportunity. You really, really took this risk. You really went for this thing. In the future, you get to start again. It's amazing. Not a lot of people get the opportunity that's in front of you now, okay? Because you get to start your life again for real. If you were divorced, married, it gives new house, new life. You get to wipe the slate clean and have a brand new life. And build your life again exactly how you want it to be. You've got so much opportunity in front of you. Underneath that, we've got the Two of Cups coming out as well in the surrounding environment. This is you in something really important. Like the example I gave you about being the one that feeds the snake. It gives me the world starting to notice that you are indeed that lead. Yeah, you are in charge. Because imagine you've been feeding the manager for a really, really long time. You're the teaching assistant who gets paid a lot less than the teacher, but you've been doing the teacher's job the whole time. Not because the teacher was incapable, just that you were naturally stronger, and although you didn't have the qualifications, although you weren't getting the pay, although you didn't have the title, you definitely pulled up and took the main character energy. Go and check out the air sign readings. A few of the air sign readings on this channel, right, have come up with main character energy. I think the air sign reading, I do element readings like once a month. The last one I done on here, main character energy, that's what you're giving me. If you were dealing with a side chick as well and relationship back and forth, go and check that out. With you, it's you're getting recognised for being the main character. And the thing is, I think you're going to have to accept, and this is confirmation for you today, that you've really been lying to yourself. And any blockages that you've had in your life and any upset moments you've had in your life is because you're actually the lead and you're in charge, but you've been playing second best. Like from time you knew that you were better than the teacher in the environment, you should have started doing your teacher qualifications or leveling up to make sure you could take that seat. When you started to realise that you were doing more than the manager or more than the CEO, you should have pulled up and started making more demands and changing your job description or seeking a promotion or highlighting the work you were doing. It's like not getting accredited for being on an album. It's like not getting accredited for or on a white paper that you definitely had involvement in. It's like they didn't even put your you in the acknowledgements or the reference list, but you're it. Do you get what I mean? You've been doing the utmost in your career just because that's naturally who you are. You're incredibly gifted, incredibly intelligent, and you've been lying to yourself thinking that you're not enough because the people around you or whoever done this to you, it could be institution. Yeah, I get like it. I keep wanting to say it's a person. Some of you, it could be a dad in business, a dad who leads the business and you're underneath. But you're the one raking in the money. You're the one doing all the work. You're doing all the accounting. You're doing all the books. But your dad ain't managing anything. The business is successful because of you. But your dad's name's on the front door. Or your dad does all the baking. That's what, they're like you own a bakery and your dad's the lead baker. That's what I get. But you're the one that has the business strategy and economics and the mastery of how to operate and the sales and the prices and the stock check. Like it's more than just a loaf of bread and someone's name on the front door. Yeah? Interesting. And in relation to the institution, it's like the institution want you to jump through hoops and you have to meet this criteria and follow this rubric, framework, guidelines, and you don't really fit in. You're not qualified. When it talks about the statutory requirements needed for the job, yeah, you don't meet the mark. When it comes to getting the funding, the requirements are always out of your remit. So you're quite frequently left with all the expertise, the knowledge and the know-how, and you can't move through it. Yeah, it's given me so many examples in my career coming up here. Go to hermitology.me, see who I am and see what I do. Listen to loads of my content here at Hermitology Tells, my podcasts and like teaching pieces, and her 7D, the healing content. And then acknowledge the fact that I tried multiple times since 2016 to build my business and get funding. Never met the mark. I tried multiple times to get into other jobs. Never met the mark. So all of those years, I had to walk alone. I had to go without money, go without funding, go without knowing the way, and my business just grew. My expertise just grew. My knowledge just grew. My strength and ability, independence to be me just grew. My resume just grew. My CV just grew. My ability, my qualifications, everything just grew. That's not what I wanted. But I just spoke lengthily about gatekeepers and blackballing and blacklisting in the Sagittarius reading that came out yesterday. So that's significant as well today, because we're looking at situations of you being blocked. Red tape. No way for you to evolve and ascend. I could do so many different jobs, but I haven't got a degree in that field. So I can't go over that. And I really thought I was never going to find my way in life. I thought I was going to struggle till the day I die, because I can't go into that area because I haven't got what is needed on the essentials of the job specification. The job description, I could do that easy in my sleep. But the job specification says you need 5 years experience here, 2 years experience doing that, and you need this qualification. I don't have any of those things. I come from a different field. And I've built myself up and studied all this stuff independently. And I worked with people in these different fields. I've done all of this stuff. I can show you, I can tell you, I can prove that I can do these things, but I haven't got what you're asking for. Same with the funding. When I realised I couldn't get these jobs and I carried on, I said I best just start applying for funding then. Pulled up to the funding department. My business is ready to go. But once again, I am the company director, just me can't get the funding. You need a team of at least 3 people, you need at least 4 years experience, you need someone with a PhD, you need someone with this qualification, you need this association or affiliation to government, you need to be backed by a corporation that's you've already worked with for 5 years, you need 5 years experience of taking on a contract or freelance agreement like this. Well, where do I go? I could easily do this. I can do this overnight. This wouldn't take me more than a week. You're giving me a whole year to do this project, I could do this project in 3 months. And that's not even ego talking, that's just facts. Can't get into the field. Because the systems, the frameworks, the requirements are not something that let anyone in. So you have long been left out. And God reminds me when I go through that, in the examples I've given you, that I felt guided to share, because the Emperor's out followed by the Chariot. I wouldn't be who I am today. Hermitology.me wouldn't exist today. This tarot reading you're listening to right now wouldn't be here today. All of my YouTube channels, there are 5, would not be live and active today. A lot of work to do across the board. At hermitology.me and all of my YouTubes, and personally in life. But the Emperor's here. And the Chariot's here. The more people reject you, the more people block you out, you are forced to go your own way. And I just said, life is nothing but a game of Ludo. In the game Ludo, Ludi if you're Jamaican, the game is simple. You work the way around the board until you can lock in on your lane and climb to the top of your lane. The greatest quote I ever heard from a tarot reader, her name was Mana. She was doing great on YouTube. She vanished, disappeared, fell off the face of YouTube, had a big following and was taking the YouTube tarot world by storm. UK content creator, greatest reader I've known on the platform. Watched every single one of her Zodiac readings, even though I wasn't one. Watched her readings daily. Whatever she was doing, that manner she was churning out was so damn good, we were all hooked. And there was no darkness to it whatsoever. It was really positive, psychological, and it was healing. Mana was my favourite reader of all. She's the first person I ever heard say rejection is the highest form of protection. And at that point in my life, probably in between the 2016-2018 window, I needed that. I needed that because my life was nothing but a repeated cycle of rejection. And every time I was rejected, I could go, God's protecting me, it's okay. God's protecting me, it's okay. God's protecting me, it's okay. And the truth of the matter is, that is the truth. Now I look at my life and I look at how I move, I often protect myself now by rejecting others, and I'm open to rejection. I push up on people sometimes and I'm a bit OTT with it, and I like it for myself, like I'm a bit extra and dramatic and all of that stuff, because I'm like, if they can't take me in my hype-up vibration, they don't need me in any other vibration, because one day or another I'm going to act like this. This is another side to my personality. This is a part of me. I'm not just one way. I'm not a muggle, yeah? A lot of people are so linear and they're just like monotone. They have the same hairstyle all their life, work the same job every day. I'm neurodiverse. Yeah, I'm bubbly, I'm loud, I scream, I shout, I dance around, I make silly faces, I act like a toddler, but I'm also overly mature in my mind frame. And I also act like I'm about 64, sometimes 88. I think my actual age is 64. Since I've come out of the womb, I've been a 64-year-old trapped in this body. That's the truth. Just been going with it. I'm also a 4-year-old and a 14-year-old as well, trapped inside. My inner child screams out loud sometimes. It's the neuro in me. And I love who I am. And I show that to the world. Sometimes I'll rather show my meaner, more aggressive side to the world as well. Because when I do that, it sets pace. Because I'm like, when I go on dates and I meet guys, I'll rather give them the OTT clingy bunny boiler side of me, because there is one. So if I pull up and I give you that side of me first and you can't bear it, I know to tap out. Because when I'm having a wounded feminine moment, when I'm feeling a little bit insecure and timid, when my needs are not being met because I am demanding at times, yeah, and when the communication's not right and the energy's not flowing, when I'm out of flow state, this is how I act. And I'm always in flow state by myself. Avatar Styly, Last Airbender, I am indeed Aang in this bitch. Hit the like if you do know Aang. Comment in the descriptions, I am that avatar you seek. It's easier to show up and go, take a look at me at my worst. Because if you can have me at my worst, you're going to love me at my best. And I'm still single to this day, so it hasn't worked. But the divine remind me, you must kiss some frogs to find the prince, so keep kissing. Keep kissing. And I'm like, rather not kiss another person, thanks, no. Nah, anything but you got to put yourself out there, and that's just a metaphor for not even romance and relationships, but life in general. That business opportunity, that career goal, that risk in business, that stock, that commodity, that asset, that shift in your portfolio. This is not financial advice. I am a clairvoyant intuitive reader using tarot and my intuition to guide you through this channeled tarot reading. You are a light source. You are the Emperor in the Chariot. That's a really sexy, powerful vibration. Let me tell you what's happening on the way out in this energy. You came in with a tower, covered by strength. Some real fucked up shit happened. In the back of your mind, Fall. Front of the mind, Temperance. Major Arcana, 333 locks in here. Then we work our way around this energy. The Knight of Swords comes from your past, where you're really going for whatever this is. You're showing up and letting the world know who you are. No airs, no graces, you're owning it. And as a result of that, now you've awakened through the Judgment card. You look incredibly renewed. I'm excited for your future. That's the truth, Libra. That's what the reading should be called. Because you and another entity, another form of energy, are coming together in truth. The Seven of Swords coming out next to the Two of Cups in this position is giving me so much beautiful transcendence. And these cards don't normally do that for me, but it's talking to me from a clairvoyance and intuitive understanding of completion of the highest kind. This is the highest order of evolution. When I refer to the upper echelon, I refer to the spirit realm. So I want to talk about you really stepping into the upper echelon, like you and your spiritual other. So this could be twin flame union. This could be a lover. This could be a husband and wife, a best friend. This could be a birth of a child. This could really be a birth of a child, pregnancy, that child you've long waited for. The reveal that someone's pregnant, the gender reveal, it's a boy. Sorry to ruin it for you, but it's that kind of energy coming out. it's a massive relief, a massive surprise. This is the big reveal, and it's because you gave yourself so authentically through love and light, through a loving vibration, the love of your craft, the love for your career, the love in business, the love of life, whatever it is. It's amazing, yeah. And it's your ability to see the snake, see the enemy, see the darkness, see the challenge, and rise up and meet it, yeah? Because it's given me, in the mind's eye, the vision of Harry Potter. This is sensational, Libra. Your energy is amazing today. Let me know how much you resonate with this in the comments, and hit like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. But the vision I'm getting is Harry Potter taking on the snake. And he didn't know he could speak snake. And obviously he's been like avoiding Slytherin, but he could have been part of Slytherin if he wanted. He chose Gryffindor, so the hat let him go into Gryffindor. If you don't know about Harry Potter, then you need to go and watch it. I don't know why you're on this channel and you don't know Harry. You must know Harry to be here. The password for this channel is Harry. So please go and make sure you do your Harry homework, kids. And go and check out the Chosen One, The Power of the Scar, Harry Potter TV tarot reading that I also done a week ago. That's really significant. Check out the TV tarot, they're deep, and they're for all Zodiacs. There's something in that Harry Potter one for you, definitely, because we're deep in the moment where he takes on that snake. And Harry blacks out when he takes on the snake. He has no idea that he's in trance. He has no idea that he's fully going at it face on with the snake. He's speaking snake. And that's because he's connected to Voldemort. He's connected to the dark side. I think you've always had this fear. Stay with me here, okay? You've always had this fear where you feel like what you do is dark, your gifts are dark, or there's been some darkness shrouded around you that's made you feel like you shining is a crime. You being you exuding that version of you ain't okay. You see how I just told you that I show up and show the worst of me first? And I'm boasting about it to you like I'm so cool because I let everyone see the worst of me first. That's also low-key toxic. That's also self-sabotage. Do you get what I mean? Because there's no need for me to do that. I could just go in humble and chill and be me. Why? That's because I'm insecure. That's because I'm thinking this guy is not going to know what to do with me just like the others. So let me just be the worst me from the jump. Do you get what I mean? And I say that really, really harshly as well on myself and on everyone I've been with, because I'm the one that walks away from relationships, not them. And everyone else is prepared to stay and love me, but I'm not. Because I'm clairvoyant and I see, and once again there's some ego there, but I think I know the way, and I think I know what our energies are giving. I believe in the Two of Cups and the Seven of Swords in your reading, and how that becomes unified, how me and other really do mix. That's why I show up that way, which is somewhat a self-sabotage technique, because I would rather the person go, oh, I can't bear you and you're on one, let me get out. But actually no one ever does that. Even if they kind of want to, they pull back initially at first and then they kind of come in, but then it creates a toxic give and take if not, I don't know what the word is, if not correctly discussed. The communication's key. I don't know why we're going into my relationships and having communicative class right now, because it's about the communication. The relationships that have been most successful for me, are the ones where I dive into that and I really overexpress. Clearly I'm a great communicator. We're 20 minutes in over here and I've got content coming out daily. So I really, really communicate. The men that can communicate back with me are the relationships that do flourish, because they hear my insecurities and they talk back to me about it, or they tell me what they agree with or they don't, and they understand me more than anything else. The relationships I've had, I've been understood and I've been seen. And as much as it may feel silly to go in and be OTT and show the more emotional sides of me and be really, really vulnerable, it actually has worked because I've grown from it. And although I haven't left with a relationship and a husband and I'm not settled down and married, I had really beautiful soul connections with the relationships I did have. and I'm very selective about who I do date, and I don't just let anyone into my life. So everyone's been a really important, valuable player in my reality, and they really taught me something beautiful. And I'm the one that bowed out early because I got a vision or clairvoyance, and I saw what the future was going to hold, and it just wasn't going down the right path, or there was little niggles there where I had to call it and say, let's save ourselves the anguish before we go any further. But did I learn so much from that? Am I much wiser from that? Do I love again? Yeah, because for windows of time, I was really, really jaded. I was jaded in love for a long time. In 2016, I was before 2016, I was in a very dark place relationship-wise. So I was cheated on in my last relationship, which that's what's kind of thrusted me into spirituality and celibacy as well. But then I went from celibacy to polyamory, and then celibacy to polyamory. I couldn't find the difference between the two. I am a very extreme person. I study polarity, yin and yang, masculine and feminine. Yeah, obsessed with the polarities of life, and the way we all exist on a spectrum, and the uniqueness of all of that. I live for it. So I dive into far left and far right ideologies all the time. Listen to those kind of debates over at Hermitology Tales. We really do have some intellectual, political debates over there. I like this reading for you so much because it shows me that you are not only really conscious, really intellectual, really, really in your power, really, really open to the right love and the right vibration, and really receiving. You're really receptive. I like the fact that you're in reclining pose, you're ready to receive. I like the fact that you know who you are here. I like the fact that you just come out of a tower moment, but you're still really grounded and kicking ass. You're far from mediocre. Yeah? You're really far from mediocre. It's epic. You're lit. Like, you're a vibe, you're a buzz, and there may not be any buzz around you, and the last buzz around you was a whole load of cap. Bullshit, gossip, rumours, lies, dirt mill. I get dirt on your millie. I get dirt on your millie. Oh, dirty money's the worst. And I don't even get to, like, a lot of people talking about the millie you should have got. The millie that you owe, the millie that you earn. Someone made a millie and the rest have things to say about your millie? Are they silly? They could never make a millie. Oh my. You're giving me Gemini energy as well. Now I act stupid when Gemini's on the line. Now you got me acting up. Okay, I'm going to leave because I've been really nice and very mature on the line, and now you're going to get me going back to the hood. I'm not going to the block today, Libra. Please don't take me there, okay? I have trauma from the block. I'm evolved now. We've moved on. Let's not go back to the tower moment. They can hate on your millie, but they are just silly, okay? We must proceed. Right, I love you guys. What a gorgeous, gorgeous reading. What a gorgeous, gorgeous vibration. I'll be back soon with more. I am not picking specific zodiacs at this time. I'm just and I'm not following a format. I'm letting the divine take control. But the only time the divine will take a back seat is when you, the viewer, starts hitting like and subscribe, and the views start going up for your zodiac. Then I'll pull up and I'll support that zodiac because you're supporting me. But until then, we're just wavering. And someone said to me this week, where's the Libra read? And I said, let me look. And it was really far down. You haven't had a read in a while. So if you would like that to change, you're going to have to help change my fate and destiny. And make sure that this algorithm knows that I am the shit. I am it. Namaste.